Hey guys, welcome to an episode of Wait What? I am your host, Ruben Martinez. Joining me today is a very funny comedian, the producer of Ask a Comedian, Kyrie the Comedian.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Calm down, calm down. Who threw that drum? What the fuck going on? No.
We popping out tonight. How you doing, Kyrie?
I'm doing good, man. Happy to be here, man. How you doing?
Pretty alright. I had a busy morning, but it was a morning.
Yeah, it's the morning.
Yeah.
Man, like I said, I appreciate you having me come through, man. You showing a lot of love.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what I
thank you
mean?
for
Yeah, I know you're a younger comic on the scene, so I definitely really appreciate you reaching out and
No,
you know
thank
what
you
I'm
for coming
saying,
out.
networking and inviting me through. Like that's dope, man. I really appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Appreciate you coming on because you know how you said being a young comic. Sometimes I'm like people think that I'm just kind of like, hey, man, he's just doing something, So
Hmm.
I appreciate when people come on because I feel like it shows like, hey, look, there's something I want to create. I would want you to be a part of it. So thank you for being a part of it.
Yeah. Plus, comedy is a community. Comedy is like a community. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? And so, even with like, so you came to as a comedian, so you got a taste of like the production team, right? Like
yeah,
how we all interact, how we all work together to put on a show, etc. But like those is all people whom I picked throughout the comedy scene,
yeah.
right? Like literally, I met Maria through Lewis,
Mm-hmm.
because I knew Lewis first. And Maria's like from Milwaukee, right?
Yeah.
So like, I met Alex doing jujitsu.
Oh, really?
I didn't meet Alex in comedy. I met Alex doing jujitsu.
Did Was he doing comedy when you guys met?
Yeah,
Or yeah?
yeah. He was doing open mics and stuff, and this was before he started producing with us and Demon
Yeah.
Hour. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, actually.
Yeah, bro. And so like, I met Tyriggs through another friend of mine whom, she had a baby, so she stopped doing comedy. But like legit, I met
Yeah.
these people throughout the comedy community, but in different ways,
Yeah.
and I just like, hey, you want to do something?
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I went to school with Janelle
Mm.
back in the day, so we had a lot of mutuals and stuff like that. So it's like I met all these different people in these different spaces, but it was something about it, you know what I mean, and they
Yeah.
wanted to work, and I think that's one of the most important things. That's why like me and Tyrese got some of the most years, but the years in comedy varies in our production team
Mm.
because it's still a community, right?
Yeah.
Every community got people with more years or less years. It's just about working together.
Yeah, exactly. And then sometimes even it hit me sometimes like when I'm hanging out after mics and we're just talking to other comics, like just different backgrounds or just even age ranges sometimes it's like, you know what, if it wasn't for comedy, this would be a weird hangout. You know what I mean? Like
Bro, you'll
yeah.
get the kickback. You'll be somebody 60 something years old.
Yeah. Like I there's Chris Wilson, he's been on the pod. His birthday's a day after mine. So we were drinking at an open mic afterwards at last call. I turned 33. He had just turned, I think, 24.
Mm,
And I'm like, I never thought as a 33-year-old I'd be drinking with the 24-year-old for our birthdays.
yeah.
But hey, it's because of
That is
comedy,
that is how comedy works, bro.
Yeah. And all of a
Like,
sudden I'm like, because if it wasn't for comedy, if he went and told his friends, I'm going to go drink with the 33-year-old, I bet they'd be concerned.
fuck around. Like, because of comedy, to your point of what you were saying, um, dude, I've had people I watched on Comic View come and perform at my birthday shows.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons why like comedy is crazy like that because you
Yeah.
get close to people who you used to watch and they like, hey, you funny as hell,
Yeah.
and it's like, what? I will let me ball then ball up top. Let's do it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And so you keep going, but that community is powerful, bro.
Yeah, it's truly a community where you see people just come together, work together, and then put something on. And
Yeah,
then when you really see the fruition of all that, it's like, damn, man, like, and we just met off of this.
hell
But
yeah, most definitely,
Kyrie, the one way we like starting this off, which I feel like we already started pretty strong. Like, who is Kyrie the comedian?
man. Mhm. Keisha's son, Rosie Mae's grandson, um, a child of the Most High,
Yeah,
definitely a child of God. Uh, uh, I like to think of myself as a less conventional leader.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I think that a lot of times when people think of somebody who do positive shit, they always think of squeaky clean shit,
Yeah.
and I don't think that that's the case. I think that um, there's a spectrum.
Yeah.
And so people need representation on said spectrum. And
Yeah.
so the same way you got like heroes and anti-heroes, you gotta have, you know, good guys that's not all good. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So that
Just-
people who ain't, you know, a none or squeaky clean can
Yeah.
still feel like they can do something positive in a community.
Absolutely. I agree with that because I think I think on that squeaky clean part aspect of it, it's like it does deteriorate like people from wanting to be good.
Hell yeah, because what
And
the fuck you mean I can't do nothing for
yeah,
him?
exactly. I can't do anything, but it's also not realistic. You
Mm,
know, like to some aspects, it's like, hey, you're gonna have to do some. I mean, at that point, it is kind of like a broad stuff. Like, what is this bad thing that you're doing?
mm-hmm,
You know, like example, like, hey, if say you're running a disaster center, and it's like, hey, we can only take so many people in, we gotta stop at 100. You have to make that call, and it's like, well, we're leaving people out. It's like, well, if I let everybody in, then we're all screwed, right?
mm,
Some something that's, and then some people could be like, well, that guy's a dick, but it's like, well, that guy was just making sure the people within were good.
mm.
So, but
That's the point though, you know, it's about doing as little harm as possible.
yeah,
Like you can go ahead and do more, but like are you actively doing as little
yeah,
when you go around, right? Like are you? I don't know. I think people don't always remember what you said, but they remember how you make them feel.
exactly,
And so I'll be trying to like, you know, I try to spread peace, you
yeah,
know, Ruben. Especially in my younger days of comedy. Now I don't really give a fuck, but you know, I wasn't always like this. I used to care.
yeah.
Yeah, I used to care more for sure.
But do you come from a big family?
I I don't know. I don't know.
No.
I don't. I mean, big as hell. I mean, what? Not nuclear big. My
Yeah.
mom only had 3 kids.
Oh, okay.
Now, but big in terms of community because you know you grow up in the same house as your cousins. You know what I mean? You're in
Yeah.
the house with your aunties, your uncles. You know what I mean? Like you got you know god brothers, god you know godparents. You got cousins.
Mm.
You got all of these different things that's going on. Your cousins always
Yeah.
coming over. So it's like so in community. When you add all of these different variant relationships, the people your mom grew up with, right? All her girlfriends, her kids, right? You grew
Yeah.
up with them. So it's like a ton of people, you know,
Yeah.
people on the block that then grew up with your family, right? So they know your mom, they know your grandma
Yeah.
by name. So it's like, yeah, huge community
That's what's
in
up.
that way, but not necessarily the biggest nucleus.
Yeah. Now I see what I get what you mean by that. Are you the oldest? Are you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm the oldest hell. Yeah, I regret that shit.
I mean, I don't think it was your call.
I don't know, you know, I like to leave some control in my hands, so I like to
Yeah.
think I was just swimming in my pop's ball, so I was like, I'm
No.
finna get
Okay.
up out of this motherfucker.
You
When
were like,
really,
I gotta get to.
I should have just tried to chill.
Yeah. You were. You were like, I got things to do out there. But you could have
Man,
bought some
I
time.
could wait, right? I could wait till at least another 4 years.
Yeah. Right. But how are you in school?
um, man, school was different for me, man. I used to get in trouble a lot because I was so smart that I was bored, and so I would
No.
try to
Okay.
entertain myself, you know. Talking smart to people, talking smart to teachers because I thought I was smarter than them. Looking back, I probably was smarter than I thought.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's neither here nor there. Uh, but you know, just depending on the school I was at, depending on the vibe I was feeling, what I had going on in my personal life, that dictated a lot. Um, like I said, I was definitely a bored kid, so that's why it was like shout out to teachers that did reach me.
Yeah.
You know, and Ms. Williams, Ms. Wilson, you one of them for sure. You know, I like Forever Girl. She used to have us do reports on 60 Minutes, the
Oh,
TV,
really?
the
Yeah. Yeah.
investigative journalist show. Um, and that, uh, sparked my ability to write comedy on news. That's why I'm so good at writing to news pieces and
Yeah.
things. Because back then I was a funny guy. I used to, crack jokes on
Yeah.
people in class. She had me reading and watching news stuff and doing reports on that. But then I started to make it funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, yeah. That she
Yeah, that worked out a lot.
started working the muscle before you even knew.
Before I even knew.
Yeah.
And she used to tell me, this is like sixth grade. She was like, "You gonna be a little comedian, ain't you?"
Yeah.
And you were right, Miss Williams. I am a little comedian.
Is there a report that you remember making, like really thinking like, oh, this one's gonna get him?
um, so even back then, I was kind of like improvising because I would have stuff on my paper, but I would say other things to get a rise out of people.
Yeah.
So, um, so say for example, I'm reading. I got this report on some stuff that's going on in the Middle East, and in 60 Minutes did a report on it.
Mm.
I would say like, oh man, did Woo Woo came on the screen. Y'all know that dude with the last tie. He didn't even say, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
was ad libbing my own script
Yeah.
and adding the funny. And that's why she's like, you're gonna be a little comedian because you would take questions after
Oh,
about
okay.
your segment. And so
Yeah.
then I'm improvising that. Which it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun, and I think that's indicative of the type of content that I thrive to make. Like I did a whole podcast with some comedians,
Mm.
and that was one of our things was like to create positive impact. We was bringing in people who've been impacted by the justice system. It
Yeah.
was a cool project, and so I think any project I do in my future, I want to have some sort of impact positively on the community
Yeah.
to help make me who I am and where I'm going to go to be.
Yeah. Because it's important. Like it's one of those. Hey, you can create something and it have its purpose to do something positive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. And I think that's anybody with a gift, right? It don't always have to be somebody in front of the camera. It could be somebody behind. It don't have to be no camera. It could be
Yeah.
an artist. It could be a mom. It could be a father. It could be a brother. It could be a daughter. It could be a niece. It could be anybody that just want to be positive, be better, a better
Yeah.
version of themselves.
Because there's nothing wrong with wanting to be around and being a good person.
Nothing wrong with that. You
Like
just have
how.
to, you just have to move a certain way because unfortunately, we don't always have the best people in the world, and so
Yeah.
you got to be cognizant of that while still being different.
Yeah.
You kind of got to be in the world, but not of the world.
There. Yeah. Damn. Yeah. Damn. No, you want to drop this mic real quick? Yeah, because I've I've dove into like some spiritual reading sometimes, and I always read like people confuse doing good and being good as being one and the same when it's like it's not. Like you can do good just because you do good, and that's the thing. A lot of problem I feel people have is like I'm doing good, so good things should happen. It's like if you have that mindset, it's like you're not doing the good for the right reason. Like, and then when you're being good, it's kind of like you just kind of embedded, and you're like, hey, this is the right thing to do, regardless if I get something back or not.
Yeah, and yeah, I don't know how people feel about him, but Jay Z at one point had a line about that, like, um, to give to somebody anonymously. It's like one
Yeah,
of the highest forms, right? And so that's the idea of like being good, right?
yeah,
Because you can do good, but then you want the credit, you want to take a picture.
yeah,
You done made the unhoused person who you helped, you gave
hmm
him a sandwich. Now y'all done took a picture with the sandwich, bro. Didn't even want to take the
yeah,
picture.
yeah,
You done posted the picture, like doing God's work.
yeah,
God don't even like the picture.
yeah.
And she got your highlights. You done added God. God didn't
Yeah,
want that shit. Not like that.
yeah,
And so it is a big difference in doing good versus being good. And that's why I think
yeah,
that uh, the people who I want to inspire are so important
hmm
because they got the idea a little flip. They
yeah,
felt that since they were doing bad, they were being bad.
yeah,
some of us do bad because of the situations we're in and we're handed, we're
Yeah.
dealt. Life just deals us certain cards sometimes, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I say you do as little harm as you have to, but sometimes life puts you in a situation where you got to do more than somebody who came with a silver spoon
Yeah.
and abundant and a different type of level of
Yeah.
support and money and family and shit, right? So, um, yeah, I want to let them know that hey, just because you were doing bad, that don't mean you are bad, right?
Yeah.
You're not you was doing bad because you had to. You're not
Yeah.
being bad because you want to,
Yeah.
and so let them people know, hey, because of that situation, you can still be good.
Yeah.
He was just good at doing bad.
Yeah. And then that's the thing too, where it's like, it's also, I feel like a big thing for just people that want to move forward is like that acknowledgement. That where you're like, hey, look, I did this bad thing. I don't want to do it anymore. Because there's people that do bad now, and they're like, just justify it in a sense, like, hey, like, I need to do that too. And in certain situations, it's like, yeah, you did it, but once you kind of realize, like, hey, look, I shouldn't have done it, but in the situation I did it, and I feel bad. It's like, all right, cool. Just one, as long as you have that part of like improvement.
That conscious to
Yeah,
want to be better, to want to be, better than you were, a better version than you were.
yeah, and I think that's important, that the acknowledgement of like, just, hey, look, because there's a lot of people where like, even just I've met where people are like, yeah, like, I'm an asshole and what, it's like, that's worse. You acknowledge you're an asshole and don't take the steps
And yeah,
kind of like be a better person, like,
I gotta adapt those type of people, bro.
yeah,
They like cancerous. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like them, they're dead on the inside. And the way that they will send you off on a mission is unfortunate.
yeah,
That sacrifice your well being. But hey, that's why I said like you can be good, but you still gotta be. You gotta keep your head.
yeah,
Wait, what? What the fuck is this like? This term for accidents like road rage.
yeah. We got the classic car crash videos going on right now.
This is sick. I don't even
Yeah.
understand. Everything's recorded except for the fucking Epstein files.
Isn't that
Everything.
crazy?
It's on
Yeah.
the internet, but
Yeah.
those.
You ever watch how like they had a video of like a woman that like watched, like, I don't know if she watched up a short, but she was like, I think like in Florida, and she was
Watch for
like,
sure. That means she was dead.
no, what I well no, she I'm not sure how she got to Florida, but she was like, I just came from the island.
Mhm.
Like, they're eating kids, they're doing all this other stuff, like they
Damn.
saw satanic shit, and they just wrote her off as fucking crazy. And it's just one of those, like, man, she was spitting truth. Like, she was just out here like letting everybody know, and everyone was just like, all right, she's something else.
Wild as hell.
Yeah. But how you saying, like, this world's evil, but I mean, there's so much good in it too, though.
It is. I just wish that we could, focus on that more.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing. Like I like your sexy car crashes, but maybe we do something that ain't so violent.
No,
Like
yeah, we could go
no,
ahead
no,
and
I like
yeah.
violence, but for future people who don't like violence,
No, yeah. No, and another thing plays after this too. So
really, what type of shit you be having
I
violence?
just random. Where the hell did I put? Oh, it's right.
It's just crazy.
We got just fails, and then I got this other one that's like kind of like, what's called. You know
Holy
what?
shit!
It went from more. It went from violent to
Ooh,
worse.
and it's POV. This
Yeah.
shit is it's like a mind fuck a
You
little
see,
bit.
we'll do this one. It's like natural, like, occurrences thing. So it's not like,
Tornadoes and
yeah,
shit.
not
Okay,
tornadoes, but kind of. Well, yeah, there's a
it's
there's a
pussy
few,
then.
or
Okay,
it's just like rock slides and stuff, natural stuff, you know.
okay, you like watching destruction? Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for
And
you.
it's kind of reminds me of like, hey, you can rebuild.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because you didn't play those videos of building. You just
Yeah. It's just pure destruction.
complain all type of destruction, man, destruction, earth on earth.
Okay.
I
Uh,
ain't never seen this shit in my life. But it's funny because I think that's like we as a society we went towards technology and we're just all in right now, all
yeah.
on it. And so intimacy look different. And for me, intimacy is known when people watching the YouTube.
You know what? Yeah. Yeah.
Because you can tell so fucking much. Like most of the things I watch on YouTube is music.
You
Yeah.
most? Yeah. Okay.
So it's like people will be able to judge me off something like that. They'll be
Yeah.
like, oh, you like music so much that you fucking watch
Yeah.
the shit on YouTube. That's
Yeah.
your main thing. Or they'd be like, hey, this brother watching Earth just destroy itself. What the fuck is that? Wait, what?
India.
But what is that?
I guess it's just water reciting back. Like, so I guess that was like
What
over.
ain't that what happened right before a tsunami or some shit?
I don't know. I don't think so.
What the
I think
hell,
it's
bro? That shit like a
just.
big ass brownie.
Yeah. But no, but you're right, because I think this is kind of just a playlist I have for the pod, but my own personal stuff. Sometimes I'm like, man, there's a lot of nerd shit in here that I feel like if I let
Oh,
people see, like,
so much nerd shit, especially
yeah,
like shit from certain eras. Like I love Batman Beyond, Static Shock,
yeah.
and
See,
those.
those were go to cartoons.
Ooh,
Like
fuck.
even like the animated series with Batman and Superman,
Mm-hmm.
like the one like preset before those. Like I used to watch like just breakdown of episodes where it's like, hey, like this was this and all this other stuff. And it got to the point where I'm like, and it's funny because there was that moment I'm like, I don't want people to see my algorithm on YouTube because people
Well,
are gonna be like, this
see
man's
that,
a fucking nerd.
but
Like,
I'd rather be a nerd. There's some people that got creepy shit on that shit.
yeah,
So I'm cool. I'm cool because I know I be nerding on all the apps.
yeah,
I don't give a fuck. I know what I am. We out here.
yeah,
Nerds is up anyway.
yeah. You know,
Doomsday coming out. We up. Fuck all this.
yeah. Do you watch the new Spider-Man movie?
I did. Did you?
Yeah,
I loved it.
I didn't like the ending.
I didn't either.
No, okay.
I didn't like the post credits
No,
shit either.
I
So
feel.
what the fuck they taking bro to space?
Well, I think they're doing that. I think the thing that worked against him was the same thing works against every movie before the Avengers movie comes out, where they can't do much because the Avengers movie's coming out
But
next.
they know. So not only is the Avengers movie net, I know how they work. They're not setting up the Avengers movie. They setting up Secret Wars.
No, I think they're setting up Avengers.
No.
Yeah.
Avengers Secret Wars come out a year from 2026.
Oh, okay.
So it come out in 2027 supposedly.
Yeah.
But so with Secret Wars, Doom is still a part of Secret Wars as
Yeah.
well. But in Secret Wars, I believe that's real close to like them having the fake clones of
The
people,
scrolls.
the
No.
scrolls.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you go scrolls, you go space.
Yeah.
And so what if they got the real Spider-Man in space or some shit like that?
I was thinking that they might find Doom in space, like maybe something from him comes up. But I mean, he's on Earth, or well, he ideally he's Earth, right?
And
Unless he
then
comes from
the
another
little locator
dimension.
said that Spider-Man was the one that was in space. Remember, it was like they
Yeah.
couldn't find him, and then it showed him out of space.
Yeah.
So it was like either he up there fucking around with the X-Men, because I think that's where Jean was going at the end.
Yeah.
I think she was going to the X-Men, so that's what it looked like.
Yeah. See, that's what got me. Like, it got left very vague.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing that got
I
me.
will admit, like I would have wanted to see more with the hand,
Yeah.
because they was raw as fuck.
Yeah. My thing was like, no one's gonna talk about how that radius of people were controlled. Like,
Well,
no one,
I guess they just
or what
saying
happened
Jen
to
was
the
in her
director?
bag. They saying Jen was in her bag.
Yeah.
What I will say is, the rule in Marvel is if you didn't see them die explicitly, they're
Yeah.
probably not gone with you. I
No.
think her sister somewhere.
Yeah.
I think her sister Sarah is somewhere. But she did a good job being Jean, though.
Yeah.
I'll give her that.
I mean, it was a good casting. And then the other thing that kind of got me, I don't know, people are gonna disagree
How
on
the
me.
fuck they got video of Fukushima?
I don't know, just it's on the boat.
Bro, ain't that the bomb
No, that's
Fukushima?
Hiroshima,
I thought it dropped on two places. It was
Nagasaki,
Nagasaki.
and
Okay.
Hiroshima.
Oh,
Yeah,
Fukushima is just the nuclear waste, right?
I'm not sure. I
It's
didn't.
something bad. It's something bad that happened. I just can't remember what.
That's probably where we're testing it too.
That's fuck.
And see, just water, trees getting sucked up by water. I didn't even know that happens. That's nature.
That's fucked up. That's a real bad day as a tree.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Like, wasn't the Punisher like a wanted vigilante? There's a whole trial against him, and he's just hanging out in the hospital. You're telling me no one's gonna go check up on him?
But also, that's Frank Castle. He really fucking his way before he shoots you.
No, yeah. I get
I,
like
I like
bad.
I like his. I do like his his range of character and with him and Spidey kind of is banter
Yeah.
and the idea is like, don't get me wrong, we love Frank, right? We
Yeah.
love Frank Castle, we love Punisher, we love what he stands for. What is the hope? If you don't get the fuck out the way, he will kill you, sir.
And
You
then,
are a human with zero
yeah,
powers.
like,
He get the slamming Spider-Man shit.
yeah, he gave him that
Oh,
Loki
what?
treatment. Like,
What? And he be quick to Loki a motherfucker, but mind you,
yeah.
Loki is the Asgardian god.
And he fucking, yeah, Spider Man took that shit well. If it
When you
wasn't
see
for that
just a crawling
mutation,
on his head, he's like, yeah,
yeah.
fuck that. He ain't gonna just do me like that. Hell no. Beat on me, hell no. Loki had to beg your ass not to beat on him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do your ass the way Thanos did you when he broke you down to that motherfucker.
He surgically beat his ass. He fucking, just,
I'm damn, no, Thanos
yeah.
started me. Popping bones, I'm damn, bro, that's the whole
Yeah.
But
And then the Hulk be like, I'm not fighting them again. I'm
bro,
not coming
that's the
out.
shit that pissed me off, bro. I watched them depower certain people.
Yeah.
Like in Doom that they for the depower the fuck out of Thor. Thor
Yeah.
and Hulk or Thor and Hulk, bro.
Yeah.
This is the Asgardian god of thunder. And this is a fucking
Gamma.
gamma
Yeah.
radiation freak of nature. How the hell you got them getting just destroyed and just humiliated because you want to up the? That should be lame, bro.
Yeah. Like, I get it. You, like, that's the thing. I don't mind Thanos beating Hulk's ass because it's one of those, like, all right, cool. Hulk is just normally just swinging that shit. He's not really
And he did that. And
strategic,
he
you
did that
know?
shit early in the damn movie. It was
Yeah.
like the first fucking couple of minutes.
Yeah. Literally the first 10. Like,
He
literally.
beating the shit out of your leaders.
Yeah.
He like what did I say? They literally sacrificed Thor and Hulk to show how
Yeah.
powerful Thanos
Oh,
was.
yeah.
They did that shit with a couple other people too. They doing that shit with Doom.
Yeah.
He and smacking around Stormbreaker with 2 fingers and shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, I
man.
get it. Doom can hold his own. I'm
And
not
and now
gonna.
and I want them to really explain why Doom can hold his own because unless this is Doom who's also the Sorcerer Supreme from
Yeah.
the air the you know
Yeah. His
his
timeline.
his timeline, then like all of this Doom just so badass. It's like, all right, but Reed Richards stay outsmarting this motherfucker
Yeah.
regularly, so whatever.
So why are we having this movie?
Cause we know how it's going. Reed
Yeah.
always wins.
Yeah. You ever seen the one with it was like I think it was a Fantastic Four cartoon where they had or it might have been, it's either, I know it's Magneto that's the villain in that episode. And
Fantastic Four.
yeah.
Oh boy, man, you were probably in that
And
bitch tossing they fucking salad.
well, that's
I'm sorry. This is one of my favorite characters.
yeah.
And metal is everywhere.
Yeah. Well, he has
Why?
a gun, and then like they're trying to shoot, or Magneto's trying to like toss it, and he can't. And he's like, "What the fuck is this?" And then he basically has a mental breakdown, and then he's like, "Show me, like, why couldn't I do this?" And Reed is like, "I painted a gun out of wood to make it seem like it was a real gun to trip you out to think that you couldn't do this." And it's like that's really how they beat Magneto. Like,
They always have a stupid way for Reed to win because his power is the dumbest out of all of them.
just intellect and fucking
You
stretching.
just stretching you, and they never even. That's what I'm saying. I really want to see what they do when they explain Doom. When I tell you, Reed, there's no reason for Reed to be able to punch harder because his arm longer.
Yeah.
He's not giving super strength.
Yeah.
He given the ability to be a stretchy. He's like a condom. He's a condom. He rolls up. Like he ain't really doing shit, bro. We talking
Yeah.
about somebody that the Human Torch has been fucking Galactus' hero.
Yeah.
The Thing has went toe to toe with other big motherfuckers like the Hulk. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Um,
Visible
Sue
Wound.
Sue is amazing. You
Yeah.
seen she went in there and put Galactus on his ass. Like she can create force, even though she don't. She can create force fields in your body and expand it till you explode.
Yeah. What is
What
Reed doing?
what Reed is stretching. That's what the fuck.
Yeah.
I do that too. Look at me. I should need the Fantastic Four.
You got the intellect, you got everything, man. Just fuck.
It's a stretchy motherfucker. But yeah, I am interested for them to break down all of the Doom magic in his. I don't. I mean, Doom cool, but I don't buy the hype.
He shouldn't be an Avengers villain. Like,
Doom is a tough villain, but my thing is Doom is a tough villain, but also it's like ugh, you be getting your ass sauced by the rubber band man. Like, you get you like your person who regularly clean your clock is
yeah,
a stretchy ass smart guy.
and
Who
how like
old lady be fucking with you a little bit, flirting with you,
yeah,
and she gave name on some pussy, but we're not gonna get into
yeah,
all
right.
that.
You think
Cause
they're gonna touch that on the movies?
hmm?
You think they'll touch on that on the movies?
I doubt it. I don't know. They saying it's gonna be like 2.5 to 3 hours though. I'm
Damn.
excited for that. We need that, bro. I
Yeah,
waited too long for this shit. Plus, like I said, I want to see how they're going to explain Doom's, the runes and the engravings in his suit to make it tech and
magic.
magic. Like they really got to break that shit down because everybody know magic is a lot of people who's brute uh weakness, whether it be Superman, whoever, right?
Yeah,
But then when you go science and you got tech too, that's the shit we don't even see with certain people. Like we literally don't see it from nobody, whether it be Black Panther, Iron
yeah,
Man, whoever. We don't see it. Once you pick suit, you go tech, you go tech.
yeah.
But to be able to say like, no, I'm tech, but I also am a fucking
Enchanter or magic.
yeah. But what's the fucking what's Doctor Strange position?
Sorcerer.
Sorcerer
Yeah, yeah,
Supreme.
yeah,
Because that's what the other one version of Doom is, the
yeah,
Sorcerer Supreme and Tech.
yeah,
What the fuck does that even look like?
yeah. He's gonna be fucking some shit up.
He's gonna be fucking
Like,
shit. Hey, that's them memes about watching the Thunderbolts or the new Avengers getting ready for this shit. They loading clips
yeah,
from people. That's the fuck, man. Yeah,
yeah,
fuck. You gonna bring a gun to a Doom fight?
yeah.
Are you fucking slow,
It's gonna be. He's gonna all the boys. Even
bro?
Sentry did that shit to them,
That's what I'm
and that's the
saying.
guy on their team. Like,
And shit, we finna see what Century got hidden because man, it's finna get technical, bro. We finna see what's going on. I am excited to see the X-Men get involved, but they better not try to. You see how they just made Jean Grey that real deal. You
yeah,
gonna tell me that the X-Men plus Fantastic Four plus the Avengers can't whoop Doom?
yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, it's gonna be some. It's gonna be some
That's
shit
too
because
much, bro. You still got the Marvels and shit. That's too much, bro. Get the fuck out
I
of here.
feel like even like I understand they had to pivot because there's a whole what's it called Kang shit. I know that was the original plan, which I fucks with Kang. Kang's another villain where I'm like, yeah, you know what? I actually predicted he was gonna be the next villain after Endgame.
Mm.
I was talking to my friend as we were walking out the movie. I'm like, Kang's next. They did all that time travel shit. It has to be him. Like, there's no way he's gonna allow all of that to happen with no repercussions for him to be like, I'm here to fix
Wait,
this
what
shit.
is that a tornado and lava, bro?
No, that's just. I guess the steam of it's kind of just with the wind, but it's just kind of just a
Can
tornado
you
itself.
imagine you get fucking two at one time
That
though?
would be insane.
Like two.
A fire tornado with lava in it.
That mean y'all ain't pay y'all tithes to God. Cause why why he just send a super tornado to y'all that ain't nobody praying.
yeah,
Everybody just out there beating their dick to OnlyFans. Your town will get a fire tornado. Watch.
yeah. That's the first sign.
That yeah. It's in the new Bible. Fucking fire tornado, stop beating your dick.
That's how it starts out.
Literally first
Fire
line from the new
tornado.
Bible.
If you don't stop being your dick. But let me ask you this, Kyrie. What was your starting comedy?
Oh man, I've been making people laugh for a long time. Damn, like the Dragon Balls in the sky. That shit was amazing.
Yeah,
Shout out to Dragon Ball Z.
dope anime. Favorite anime.
Good choice. Uh, but yeah, I've been like flaming people in cafeterias growing
Yeah.
up. All those things. I think it all melts together. Because like I do a lot of production, right? Even outside of just as a comedian, whether it be podcasts, whether it
Mm.
be short films, whether it be whatever, right? Uh, I say all that to say that uh, my dealings with comedy go hand in hand with production because while I was in high school, still experimenting and learning my voice, I was already, doing after school matters with media
Okay.
and stuff like that. Like I was communications, with media, with emphasis on media studies
Yeah.
major, in college and undergrad. And so it's kind of not haunting me, but haunting me my
Yeah.
whole life. So in undergrad, in college, I started to open for comedians when they came in town.
Nice.
And if I couldn't open for them, I would either host the event. If I couldn't do that, I'll sit in the front. And so my first time was around like 700 people,
Damn.
and I killed
Your first time?
first time.
See, that's what's up.
Yeah, and that's what dude was telling me. The dude who was there that I opened for, he was from Atlanta, and he was like, "Hey man, you actually like that was like your first time ever doing that." Well, I've hosted, but I've never did stand up. So that I did like I want to say I did like 10 minutes or so. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he was just telling me, he's like, bro, that's real good for it to be your first fucking time.
Yeah.
He's getting laughs and all type of shit in front of 700 people. What the fuck? I was like, man, Joe, and I would always do that. I would
Yeah.
keep doing that, coming to the front,
Did
trying to lock
you
in with comedians, etc.
did you it was it stuff those 10 minutes is stuff that you had written down or did you just go off like
All
off the
stuff
cuff?
it's stuff I wrote. I
Yeah.
wrote. Yeah. I've been into that, right? Like I said, that writing production thing, that thing,
Mm.
not haunted me, but it haunted me, man.
Yeah.
Um, so I was writing heavy in college. That's why I really value my pen and being able to write, not just for like social media content, but I guess everything on social media.
Yeah.
But yeah, just different types of things.
What's something you kind of want to like what would you say is like your main focus, something you would want to create? Like do you kind of want to make a movie, a TV show, or kind of what kind of art form do you really want to just gravitate towards too?
Well, I like them all for different reasons, but I think that um, there's this one documentary, or it'd be like a mockumentary that I'm
Oh,
working
okay.
on because I don't, uh, DP'd and been boom operator for other projects, doing different things, and you know, uh, I've like I said, I've wrote, produced, and acting and things, and that's great. But now it's time for me to lean into that director,
Yeah.
executive producer role more and more. Uh, because and to be honest with you, shit, I might not even operate as a director. I might just come in as an executive producer type shit.
Yeah.
But anyway, I say all that to say that mockumentary "Fugly Feet" is been on my brain heavy because that's something that I've been actually working
Hmm.
on since college.
Oh,
So
really?
I have
Yeah.
footage of like
It's there's
2000 and fucking 11, 12.
Oh,
And
okay.
this has been following me ever since back when I lived in LA because I lived in Hollywood for like 4
Oh,
years.
nice. What
Um,
inspired the move there?
Comedy, man.
Comedy.
Yeah,
Sorry, I should have asked. You're Chicago born, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And so I did a few years out there, and it was life changing for sure. Man, it's nothing
Yeah.
like California.
Is it is it one of those where it's like just people are always down to create, or what's like what really kind of got you to gravitate more there? Like, what's one big thing you when you got there, you're like, yeah, this is it.
Um, Man, I think that was the first time that this is fascinating. This shit I'm looking at. This is
Oh
crazy.
yeah.
Uh, um, what what is the big aha moment from LA? It was a good time in my life. So I made sugarcoat things, right? It may embellish them in my mind, but there's so many powerful things that came out of the West Coast, right? Community wise, whether it be the Black Panthers, the Brown Berets, whatever,
Mhm.
right? There's also a big push out of California of like mindfulness and wellness and shit like that. That's why
Yeah.
you always see people with their fucking vegan shit and
Yeah.
running around. Like
The
that idea,
chakras and all that.
yeah,
Yeah.
health and spirituality and all that. So it's like the perfect mix of all that plus culture, right?
Hmm.
When you start to talk about the way they dress, the way they talk,
Hmm.
the idea of like more laid back shit. Like in Hawaii, you may see where they like, yo, you know,
Yeah.
like relaxing, we chilling, or in the
Yeah.
Caribbean, you may see people we vibing, doing whatever. But the West Coast has more of that chill vibe,
Yeah.
real relaxed, and I love that. But their ability to want more was what I was experiencing. So I was out there in 2016, 17, all the way up to the pandemic, and so I saw firsthand what the difference in our idea of what doing good is versus what they idea of doing good,
Oh, okay.
and monetarily, right? So
Yeah.
I love spiritual wealth; it's super important. But I definitely want to draw it all home so that people can materialize that spiritual wealth,
Yeah.
because you shouldn't be physically poor. You don't have a reason to if you're doing what you're supposed to do spiritually, because the world is abundant. You know what I mean? And so I saw people out there fucking, house hanging over the ocean,
Yeah.
riding down PCH, put the Pacific Coast Highway, and I'm just like, yo, I want to live like this.
Yeah.
RIP, I saw Nipsey and the stuff he was doing before he passed away. I'm like, yeah, I want to do that in Chicago.
Yeah.
I want to help my people not get displaced because of gentrification. I want to make sure that they're able to get money off of the property value that's raised in their community.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that people in the hood can get in off tech before it get too big and they can't.
Yeah.
So it's
Just
like,
opening pathways to these things that normally wouldn't be allowed, like, or
mhm. And that's what I was saying. And so that was motivating me. That's why I said, like, I always have immense love for California, because that helped change me.
hmm
Because, like, before I was only a community organizer, and did things in, like, Chicago. I started to do stuff abroad, going out the country, doing things. And then that's when I came to California, and I was like, yo, oh, this is dope. We're all
yeah.
connected, and all of our issues are connected. And part of that approach can still involve nice things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everybody, you pull up to a spot, and they're talking about freedom, but somebody got red bottoms on. It's like, damn, your freedom
Yeah.
is pretty lucrative.
Yeah.
So it's like I wanted to break away from this idea of the poor revolutionary. Like,
hmm
who said you got to be broke as hell to help change the hood? Nobody.
Yeah.
You put that shit on yourself. Like, given the Bible talks about, you know, being a rich man not getting into heaven as likely as, as others. But I think that there has to be a middle lane.
Yeah. It's with everything kind of where it's like, I think it's not everything is just kind of black and white, like it's in
Yeah.
the sense of like, hey, you can have monetary gain, but still do all the good things that you want to do. Yeah, in the sense that you're not sacrificing yourself so much
Mm-hmm.
to be able to bring these opportunities to everyone around, that
That's real.
because it's it's funny. I was just thinking about this because I was driving on the way here and well, yeah, because I just side note, my niece got a dog today, so we went to go pick him up.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
And we passed by this forest preserve. It said something about like the president of the forest preserve, and it got me thinking. I'm like, man, a lot of these positions, it's like you're not really. I think a lot of mentality for those people is like, oh, I'm taking on the power. It's like, no, you're taking on responsibility.
Mm.
And I think that's what the higher, like that's where the view should really go to, where it's like, look, this is something that I was entrusted with. Let me see if I could do it to the best ability. So, and then and because that's the thing with a lot of people that kind of take those positions, there's corruption that they do. At some point, they kind of most of them kind of give it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But and I think that point is like, no, like I think they shifted the mentality of like, hey, there's a responsibility I'm supposed to do. There's not much I'm supposed to get out of this. I
Mm-hmm.
think that would make a huge difference in the world.
Easy.
Yeah, because like yeah, you could still, you could take on that responsibility and get, the financial aspect of it, but it's also one of those I think a lot of people get lost in like, well, I want it all.
Mm.
Like and it's like, oh now your personal interest is outweighing the responsibility that you took. And I think it goes to a lot where it's like it doesn't have to be like that.
That's a
But
powerful mindset and a way that you look at that.
yeah,
How you look at things, it matters. That changes everything. How you look at things, how you see the world, because that forms your reality.
Yeah.
Some people actually live in a scarce mindset, so it's good to see that you live in the mindset of opportunity,
Yeah.
possibility.
Because not that long ago, like I think about pro coming up on a year, I um I watched this video breakdown on the Kendrick Lamar's Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers,
Yeah.
and how he kind of took on the teachings of Eckhart Tolle and all this other stuff, like kind of like defeating the ego and all this other stuff. And I feel like that like really broadened my views on a lot of things. Where I'm like, I I didn't think of any of this, and even in the sense of spiritual, where it's like in that moment, I learned that praying in public is frowned upon in the eyes of God. I
Mm.
didn't know, because the way that there's a verse in the Bible that says like whoever prays in public already got their reward, because they're not praying for something. Like what you're praying, basically, like you're just praying for the attention and you got it. You're not gonna get anything from me because you didn't do that for me.
Mm. It's interesting.
Yeah, so and then, yeah, I just think that I don't know, just that I read the book itself. It's called like the
Bro, what the fuck is a mud volcano? Get the
uh,
fuck. Go fuck yourself.
and it looks hot too. It looks like that shit's steaming over there
Bro,
too.
go fuck yourself. That's
Yeah,
somebody boo booing. That
yeah,
is supposed to be an asshole. Because
that,
why the hell is it mud
yeah,
volcanoes? We don't even. It took us long as hell to get a Dorito Loco at fucking Taco Bell. You tell it, we kind of going the wrong shit.
nah, that's probably like a manure pipe bursting.
That's
Yeah,
gross. That's fucking gross.
but I we mentioned this earlier, and I want to ask you more about it. So, Ask Comedian, right? You got an
Mhm.
upcoming show,
I do. I
and
do
it's a big
have.
one too, right?
It is a pretty big one. So every year, in August, we do a pretty big Leo bash. I'm a Leo, my birthday in August, and now we got Maria's birthday later in August. We got Nell the Bell. Her birthday is earlier. It was just what like 2 days ago. So anyway, needless to say, we got a bunch of August love. So we're gonna do a big Leo bash.
Yeah,
Where we bring in some of literally the best comedians in Chicago,
yeah,
like Calvin Evans. Been had a Kevin Hart sign off for
yeah,
years. Um, Mo Good, who was just with Dave Chappelle and them out there in Ohio. Um, and we got Casey Icon, who's been ripping up a lot. You was just with Casey.
yeah,
That's who you was at the show with.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So, and then we got a couple special guests and some people doing drop in. So it's gonna be a fun time. Like last year, and I'm gonna drop that clip. That was a wild show, man. It was
yeah,
packed. People had fun. My lineup was so packed and stacked that the show ran long, and Lincoln I didn't even care because I had brought so many
yeah.
amazing comedians through.
They were just like, "Ah, let him do it." You earned
Yeah,
it.
they like fuck it,
Yeah,
another 30, go for it.
yeah. Because something I do like, because I just caught my first Ask a Comedian show,
Yeah, how did you
which
like it?
it was great. I I'm a fan of stand up itself. Just before I started doing it, so there's times where I've always kind of wondered. Where I'm like, how did that person get to that? Just with their bits. So, because yeah, like just so people know that are watching this, if you haven't been to a show, there's a QR code in the table that you get to scan and ask comedians questions after they do their sets, or you come up on stage and ask them, right? And I think that's very interesting in the sense like it gets the crowd engaged for something they want to ask, and it's all anonymous, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like it gets people involved. Maybe they want to ask something, or maybe they want to throw some a quip of their own to kind of add on to it. So I think that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it really does break away from most people that like want to watch comedy but can't just sit in it. You know what I mean? Because I think that's some hard for some people.
Oh,
Like
without a doubt, without a doubt, and it allows people the space to get involved, right?
yeah,
Because comedy hits different when you feel like you're a part of it
yeah,
versus someone talking at you. It just creates the intimacy. But
yeah.
I'm glad that you enjoyed yourself,
Yeah,
man.
and then even there was a guy at the show that he did his homework on some comedians. So I forgot. Yeah,
Oh, AJ was at the
yeah,
game.
AJ. Yeah,
Yeah, he
he
did. He came in there well fucking versed and shit. He
yeah.
wasn't fucking around.
They asked him like, "That was you, right?" He's like, "Yeah." He said like, "I didn't come to play. Like I'm asking questions." Like
And that's what it is. Though we get, like I said, we get varying people, and so it's like it's really communal. You know, a
Yeah,
lot of community because everybody's submitting, everyone's joking, laughing, trying to figure out who's doing what, who said what, who sent what.
yeah,
It's fun, you
yeah.
know. I don't think we get enough of that in third spaces these days. So if you're listening, come through, check us out. If you hear this later than August 15th, because that's when it is. It's
It's
August 5th,
every third Saturday,
every
right?
third Saturday. So August 15th, doors open at 7 p.m. Get your tickets on Eventbrite. It's on our Instagram. It's everywhere that you should be. So you should be there. And if you see this after
Yeah.
August 15th, we're there every third Saturday of
Mm,
every month. It's a pretty illustrious position to be in. So
yeah.
come support us and support live comedy
I
and
highly recommend it.
producers. It's
Like,
highly recommended. Real recommended it. I recommend it. What else do you want?
we could get a third recommendation too. Well, I know people are gonna love it, man. I think it's really worthwhile. But you know what? Before we forget to throw out your social media so people can follow you.
My social medias. Okay. Boom. We jumping straight into it. I'm Kyrie Da Comic on all of them. So no matter where you go, KYRIEDACOMIC, all one word, Kyrie Da Comic. Um, unless you look for my cash app, you can message me to get that. But no, it's Kyrie Da Comic on all the social medias, man. Also, my TikTok is weird, but if you're on there, you can check that out. Like I said, if you type in Kyrie Da Comic, you're bound to see a clip or something, whether it be from me from acting, me from producing some content, me being funny, a reel or something,
Yeah.
a clip of something like doing a really cool podcast like this one.
Thank you.
So
Appreciate it.
shout out to Wait What. That is,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because I said it a couple times. So
No, yeah, yeah. We got. I gotta get out of the clippings. But yeah,
yeah. So you can find me. I'm not hard to find. You know where I'm at every third Saturday of the month.
yeah,
And you know how we rock it. Come through, come have some fun, come laugh. Check us out on social media. Follow, like, subscribe, get some tickets. Let's lock in. Let's have fun.
yeah. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna be there for the
It's gonna
show.
be fun. It's gonna be a
I'm
fun night.
excited. Like,
It's gonna be a fun night because not only is the lineup good, it's like cool to be able to interact with some of these cats,
yeah,
in that way. And then I'm gonna get up there. We're gonna have some good energy. So it's gonna be a fun night for sure.
it's I'll post everything. I'll throw up the link and everything. Make sure people get some tickets. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna have a good time. Can have some good drinks in me too.
Oh yeah, it's looking good.
Make sure we celebrate right.
Oh yeah. Shout out to that. I'm looking forward. It's gonna be a fun birthday,
Yeah.
man.
But
Right.
you got any closing words, Kyrie?
Man. First thing first. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you for coming back.
Congratulations on everything because it's not easy, especially to keep going. And if I could, that's what I'm hoping. Like me coming through, encourage you to keep going. You see, I
No,
put on the
yes.
duffel bag because I'm like, man, I gotta go. But I still want the comedians in the scene that's hungry, that's trying to feel motivated to keep going
Yeah,
because I'm 10 plus years in the game, and this shit it make you look at everything a little differently.
yeah.
So proud of you. And any last message for people watching or listening? Just believe in yourself that you're enough to do everything that you want. Know that you actually have everything. It was inside you the whole time, and you know it might be a varying amount of all in that, but regardless, it's the truth. So you have everything you ever needed, and the sooner you realize that, the sooner you can actually get what it is you want and or need.
Hell yeah. More power to that, man. Hell yeah. So, some good lasting words, man. But all right, guys. As Kyrie, Ask a Comedian, what is it? August the 15th?
Yep.
Yeah.
Saturday, August
Saturday.
15th. We're there at 7 p. Doors open at 7:15. Um, oh man. And people telling me about who they bring. People text me like they bringing their people. It's about to be so many fine people up in there.
Yeah.
It's going to be
It's gonna be a blast.
it's gonna be
You
a
make sure you
blast.
guys don't miss it, cause
Oh,
it's
you do not want to miss this
yeah.
one.
But all right, guys, that was another episode of Wait What. Catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.